Welcome to Your Retirement Lifesaver with Elise Roberts. This show's mission is to share financial knowledge that brings you peace and abundance for your financial future. Let today's planning remove tomorrow's uncertainty. Let's turn it over to our host, Elise Roberts.
All right. Well, this week we are going to talk a little bit more in depth about women in retirement. On our last episode, we touched on this some, but this week we're going to go more into the mindset of women as they near retirement. So, Elise, can you go a little bit further into this and tell us what kind of mindset a woman needs to be as they near or enter retirement?
So when we talk about our mindset, the main thing I think about is our mindset really has to do with our experiences. Where we are in our life. Are we married? Are we single? Are we widowed, divorced? Those are the different types of women's scenarios and experiences that will determine their mindset.
Very true, very true. So let's touch on first women who are in this day and age and they're married. Let's talk about their mindset as they near retirement.
So when I think about the married woman, and again, everything I share today will be in general because everyone's situation is different.
Absolutely.
So when I say married women are, think this way or that, and this is just in general, obviously. So when I think about the mindset of a married woman, I picture, kids, whether adult kids or young kids, parents that are aging, lots going on, a spouse that's busy, helping and working, maybe both are working, maybe one is working. The married woman's mindset when it comes to retirement is, let's just set this thing and forget it because I don't have time for this.
Right.
I don't have time to worry about my finances. I don't have time to worry about my retirement. It is so far in the future for most women and most people that they think, oh, I'll get to that later. But the key is to be systematically just putting something away. And so I think that's what they, for the most part, do. They set that 401k or that 403b and they know they're putting money in. And so they feel like, okay, I'm good. I don't have time. I have to take care of kids and family. And so all of those other things. So I think that's more of a set it and forget it type of mindset.
Right. And Elise always makes sure whenever she has a couple come in, like her clients, that both of them are equally, involved in planning for retirement. So we always make sure they both know the next steps and where everything's going as they near or go into retirement and where everything is. So now that we've talked about the married woman, let's talk about the single woman.
So let's again say that the single woman, their mindset at retirement in general would be a little more involved maybe because they're very independent. A single woman has had to do everything by herself.
Right.
And for the most part, maybe even her entire life has been single and takes care of everything or recently became single. So her mindset might be more of, I got this. I don't need anyone to help me. I've got this. I got it figured out. And the message is really, you don't have to we don't have to be, I've got all this under control.
Right.
Let somebody help. Let someone walk beside you and hold your hand and help you a little. Yeah, of course, you're independent. You know what you're doing. You take care of everything by yourself.
Right.
You really have always maybe done that. And so the mindset would be, I don't need anyone.
Right.
So yeah, really just to let someone stand beside you, walk beside you, and maybe just share some little tidbits that might help, or stand beside you on a systematic basis, maybe even just once a year or so, just to make sure you're still on track and not to forget what the goals were that you set years ago.
Absolutely. And here at Secure Today Financial, we have so many female single clients, and we love them. I mean, we love all of our clients, but they always just are always so thankful and leave here with just like a peace of mind, like, okay, I have someone helping me in this aspect of my life, which is amazing. And our lastly, let's talk about women who are widowed. When we touch on that a little bit.
So when we think about the widowed woman, this is probably the most challenging part for a woman who's become widowed later in life, let's say. And the challenging part is maybe that spouse that she had all those years took care of everything. Maybe that spouse took care of all the finances. Maybe he was the breadwinner, or maybe that other person maybe even didn't work and was home and able to handle a lot of the things that the now widowed woman would have needed help with. And now she's out there on her own. And my number one message to a widow is you do not have to do this on your own. You never have to feel like I don't have anyone. I don't know what to do. I'm lost. And never feel like, well, I don't understand, so I don't want to ask the question. And we get that a lot. And we want you to be comfortable to come in through these doors and ask anything, because it's understandable that you wouldn't know or might not know or need more clarity or need more time and need someone to really hold your hand and just walk beside you, alongside you every day. Maybe not just a review. Maybe it's calling more often. And we find that. And so never feel like your questions are not good questions. Or I've had someone say to me recently, I have a question, but it sounds stupid or it sounds dumb. Please don't even ever feel that way, because you don't know yet. You don't know until you ask. So.
Absolutely.
And that's where we come in.
That is where we come in. And I love everything you shared, Elise. I just want to share with our audience a little statistic that we have, that 90% of women today will be solely financially responsible for their household. And only 20% of that 90% feel ready for that responsibility. Well, us at Secure Today Financial, Elise and I, we want to be that help for you. We want to change that number. We want to make sure that you do feel ready for that responsibility when it comes down the road. So if you just need some guidance or some help, just schedule a 15-minute phone call with Elise and we'd love to help you.
This show is sponsored by Secure Today Financial. Thank you for being our guest. Never hesitate to reach out to our host, Elise Roberts. She considers every relationship important and thoroughly loves to help people gain peace in their finances. Elise's contact information is below, and we'll see you on the next episode.